Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome to episode 19 of Arcane Revolution. Now, my plan for today is, if you can read the little clipboard here, smelting. So, right now I've got this little array of furnaces. 4 furnaces, a couple hoppers underneath, going into an oak chest. And basically, everything I've been needing to smelt up to this point, I just throw in here. I have to manually say one in here, here, and here, and then wait a little bit and get stuff out. It's really tedious. So, what can we do to fix that? Well, on this list here, let's pull it up so we can read it a little bit better. We have various options for smelting in this pack. First off, what I've been using, the Botania Exoflame, basically that and vanilla furnaces. Thaumcraft, there's the Infernal Furnace, which is a big multi-block structure, does produce flux, so kind of not sure how I feel about that one. The Bellows from Thaumcraft. An interesting thing is these guys, when you stick them to a furnace, let's throw a couple on here, a couple here, one on the back as well. If we take this, and do I have anything to smelt on me? Let's go over here and grab some stuff. So, nothing to smelt in here. Let's grab some clay. Couple stacks, there we go. And let's just compare with and without. So, low frame rate, there we go. Clay in here, going pretty quick, and here it is without those. Slower. And literally all I did was throw a bunch of bellows on here. Yeah, so we're down to 60, 59, this one's still at 62, 58, still at 62, 58, 57, yeah. So quite a bit quicker. That's an option. Let's see. Astral Sorcery. There is the Starlight Lenses. So there's the Burning Lens, which will, if I recall correctly, you just toss things into it and it cooks them instantly. Embers has the Hearth Coil, which is kind of an interesting one, but does require embers, and I don't really have a great source for the fuel on that one yet. Magneticraft, there is the Electric Furnace, and similarly, Industrial Engineering has, or Immersive Engineering has external heaters. So, what do we want to do between those? So from what I can tell, the electric furnace from Magneticraft is pretty much just a regular electric furnace like you have in every other tech mod. Kind of cool, I guess, but I don't really have a whole lot of RF production going yet. The external heater from Immersive Engineering functions basically, it's functionally similar to the Exoflame actually. You provide fuel, or you provide electricity to it, you have it adjacent to a furnace, and it will heat up the furnace. Kind of cool, I guess. There's also a couple kind of weird things. There's Blood Magic has a little alchemy array thing. Do I have the thing that uses these ashes? Which is kind of cool. However, I think that requires you to physically be present at the furnace, and so probably not going to use that. And that one basically just fuels the furnace. There's also the Lava Crystal, which will act as fuel in a furnace. So again, functionally similar to the Exoflame. I guess I can always just throw burnable items in a furnace, but that requires me to have sorting for items going in as well as sorting for the fuel going in, so I'm not going to do that one. And I think that's about it. There might actually be, if I go to @rune, I don't know if there's a whole lot of explanation in here. Oh, cool, they have new robes. Ooh, and wands. I recently updated this, and I haven't actually got to see what all it does yet. Pages, orb pages, spell pages. So Runecraft is an interesting one. Right now I'm using it for healing myself. This thing right here, you touch it and it gives you a saturation boost, which basically will instantly heal up your health or your food, but also quickly heal you. Now, I need to check, but there might be one of these that will also either burn thing or cook things or power a furnace for you as well. Let me look into that for a second. Alrighty, well, reading through here, there's lots of cool effects you can do, and there's new wands and stuff in here, but you can't smelt with it. So, not important for what we need today. Cool stuff, definitely get into it, but I can't use it for smelting, and that's the whole point of what I'm trying to get done. So, I'm thinking my plan's going to be furnaces with arcane bellows around them, and using exoflames to power it all. So basically, this just provides the start. It acts as if there's fuel. These guys will speed up the whole process, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I need to figure out a way to distribute items as well as how many furnaces I want and where to put it. And as far as where to put it, I think right here is going to work. So I've kind of got my rough outlines like I had in the last episode, and I think just kind of along here. This way I can cut into the mountain here a little bit. I might be able to go stretch further this way depending on how long I want this. Now, I'm not sure how many furnaces I want. I think 8 is probably a good number. Right now I've got 4. It seems to work well, but might as well go big. One issue is that it's going to have to be more spread out. So, I don't have a furnace on me, do I? Do I have any cobblestone near me? Nope. And nope. What are these? Oh, those changed. Interesting. Those changed. So, in order to get this to work, I'm planning on having, I think, 4 per. So, we'll pretend that that dirt is a furnace. We'll have bellows there, 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 and there. That will allow me to have a hopper going into the top, as well as a hopper pulling out the bottom. Now, one mod that I have in here, which I was really hopeful for, but hasn't updated so I can't use it, is Tomic Tinker. In here is the transvector interface, which is honestly my favorite item in any mod ever. What it is if you could complete it, that's the problem, it's why I can't use this. The way this works, it's a block that you can bind to another block. Now, the cool thing is that you can bind it to this block, and I won't have to have hoppers going into here, either the top or the bottom. I could simply have arcane bellows on all 6 sides of my furnace to speed it up to the maximum possible amount, and basically I'll still be able to pull items in and out, which would be amazing. However, I don't have it. I can't research this. And I just tried as checked today to see if I could update, and update is not available yet. I wonder if I can finish any of these. Because I know that there was an update that's supposed to fix this, but doesn't seem to. Yeah, so I still can't research this. Otherwise, that would be the ideal thing. I just realized, though, I do have the mod Random Things, which might actually have something. There is one block from Random Things here called the Inventory Rerouter. So this requires, what am I missing? Am I missing stone? Oh, I'm missing the crafting interface. You're stone, right? Oh, because stone bricks, right. Let's go ahead, grab our, I'm looking for my chisel. Turn you back into regular stone. Thank you very much. There we go. And let's craft this. So I want to get a couple of them, because I think this might be able to do what we want. Now, if we go over here, I still have, let's grab more hoppers from our redstone bag. Okay, so let's set this up. We have no space. Let's go over here. Right here works for now. We have our furnace, right? So if we take our inventory rerouter and connect it, and I think that should work. So let's go ahead, place, oh, interesting. Down, up. We want you up. Okay, so that that went in here? Okay. So if I throw clay in there, nothing. Okay, so it looks like I shouldn't have held shift, maybe? Okay, so let's place it like this. So we need a block here to place. Place it like that. Now, this is connected to the top. And if I throw clay in here, clay goes in here. Excellent. And if I put a hopper down here, nothing's happening, which is fine. So the clay needs to smelt. I don't have anything to smelt with. Here's a tree. Thank you. Grab some wood. Now, this, I would need to throw fuel in the back, so I'm just going to ignore the fuel because I'm not going to be using fuel in this case. So once this smelts up, that should be able to pull from the bottom. Now, this will let me have five sides. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, brick pulls out the bottom. Awesome. So I can have 5 bellows on this, which is not quite 6, but is honestly pretty good. So that one piece of wood got us 1 brick, and if we throw another piece of wood in the back here, that should turn him on. Yes, no. The problem is you can't actually directly click him now. You? Wait, oh, I only put 1 clay in. Right, okay, so let's put you back. So let's throw a bit of clay in here. That'll start smelting, and we should got 1 out, 2. Basically, it's a very large improvement. I believe these work multiplicatively. So, yeah, that's a single wood plank, which normally will get me, I want to say, an item and a half. Yeah, 1.5, and it's getting me 5 items. So, not too shabby. And even just adding the bellows here to these furnaces has improved quite a lot. It's at least faster, so I don't have to wait as long. So now we need to figure out the actual layout for how we want everything. First up, let's break these guys. So this is kind of just the general idea of where those are going to be. And I want it, I think, first off in a straight line. So I'm not going to do too much of the design at the moment here, just kind of, I need a wall. So that's there, and you. Cool. So how do I want this? First off, I need my furnaces and I need my inventory rerouters. Now, where do I want? I think I want these maybe like this. So if we break you, let's say there. So the first one's going to be on the top of this. So there's 1 inventory rerouter with a furnace in front of it. Okay, so far so good. Now I need at least 2 spaces because I need you and you. Actually, let's place it like this. So I need at least 2 spots. There we go. So that goes like that. And basically, we're going to have 8 of them. And we have our first 4 in place. And I'm thinking the way I'm going to set this up is basically just back to back. This way I can just place it, if I place you here, then that means my furnace is going to go here and I can still get hoppers. Okay, yeah, so that'll work. So you can go here, you can go here, and you can go here. And furnace in front, and in front. And then my bellows will go all around. And that should give me plenty of space. And basically all that I'll have to do then is be able to distribute items among these. And it's just in a straight line. So that should work. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I want to do my actual sorting. And the next question is, what is the range of an exoflame? And it turns out the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks radius. I guess 6 if you count the center block, but whatever. So this, if placed right in the middle here, is enough to reach all of them, which is excellent because that means that I don't need that many. I might be able to get away with just the 2 that I already have. In fact, I don't even know that I actually need 2. These do speed it up as well, so I'm not sure if adding more of these. Someone had done the math a while back of lots of exoflames versus 1 exoflame in many furnaces. And I think it's lots of exoflames that you want. I'm not sure. Either way, 1 is enough to cover this. I might stick 2 just to see if it'll speed it up. But I'm thinking I need to figure out for the sorting system. Now, a real simple method is, let's just throw a block here, here, and here. And 1 at the end. And 1 at the beginning. And I could just have a hopper cart going back and forth. In fact, that's probably the easiest solution. Just a hopper cart, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that will distribute it. I think that's a really simple solution. Alrighty, so let's go out an extra 1 on each end here, and 1 for a rail, or 1 for a stop at the end. And let's stick a powered rail here, and 1 on this side as well. And hopefully that's all the powered rail I need on this. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to figure that out. Oop, that didn't work. You go here. So regular rails on top. Now the thing is, I don't want to use powered rails through here because that requires redstone, and redstone will turn off the hoppers, which will kind of defeat the purpose. So let's make ourselves a lever for the end here. In fact, I need 2 levers, so Make another one, please. And lever here turns that on. Cool. And same on this side. Lever turns it on. So if I place a cart here, let's throw a couple of these here so I have a place to stand. If I place a hopper cart there, that's enough to go back and forth. Excellent. Next up, let's get some mana going. And we're just going to break you and place you again. To you. That's not a mana. There we go, mana pool. Toss you in here. Great amount of mana. So these guys should all be ready to go now. And let's just toss out a stack of cobblestone. Now did that pick it up? Yes. Now no one is doing anything. Exoflames, you should be working? Yes, there we go. So, distribution works. And I think it's roughly even. It's close enough that I don't really care too much. You're at 5. I guess I only threw one stack, and so that should be pretty good. So let's throw a few more. Move out of the way so he'll pick them all up. Cool. And that's yeah, we're already up to a stack here. That's not too bad. And it's only going to get faster once I get the rest of the bellows in. So one of the big concerns I have with this is whether or not my hoppers are actually going to be fast enough. I'm thinking they may not be. So I only have 4 on each of these. Let's put 5 on the front. So these front ones are now as fast as they're going to be with this setup. Unless I get more exoflames, I guess. So let's hop up here and Mr. Hopper Cart, let's fill you up. So that's got 5 stacks of cobblestone. Let's start. So I have... Where are you going to go? Might need... That might be an issue. It's a little slow. Okay, so it seems to be working. I'm thinking it's probably just not going to distribute it equally in that case. This guy's got 4. Middle one has... Okay, so I guess it's still roughly even, it seems. But let's take a look down here. So Mr. Hopper here is not able to handle it. Yep, we are at 7, 8, and it's going as fast as it can. This is filling up as fast as one hopper can transfer. So it's looking like we might need to do it like we did last season, where instead of having just one hopper line at the bottom, I'm just gonna say you're going that way, and I'll have 2 output chests from this thing. In fact, instead of on the sides, what we can do is we can just place it underneath here, and then Mr. Hopper, you are going to go right here. And similarly, all these guys need to be turned around. So this is pretty much done. I think I put 8 stacks in total now. So it's going as fast as it can. Let's go ahead and break all of these. 5 and 6. There we go. Okay. So you need to go into the chest, and then everything along here is just going to follow along. Yep. Get stuck here. There we go. Okay. So now everything should route to this chest, which will be filled as fast as 2 hoppers can handle. So that gets 4 from this side, 4 from this side, and that's about it. And this should then be done, I'm assuming. Missing 1. Why are we missing 1? There we go. I finally crafted all the arcane bellows. Uses a whole lot of E. And let's go ahead and wait for this guy. And do a proper test. So let's toss as many as we can out here. Guess it'll pick up 1. Oh, actually, there's only 5 stacks it can hold, so we'll just pick up these guys for now. Okay, so this is going at as fast as it can possibly go. This is as fast as it will be going. Not too bad. Could be faster, but not too bad for 8 furnaces. Now, one thing is I do want to make sure that this does not get stuck. So if he gets stuck, then, well, we're going to have an issue. So it's not an ideal distributor. There is a couple of redstone methods like the one I used last time, which did work. It just was very big, and would be kind of difficult with all the bellows that I have around here. I think I can make it work, but we'll try this for now. I did move the mana and the endoflames to the back there, or exoflames rather. So it cleans up the front, so this will be how you see it coming in. Stone's not going to stay. Stone's going to be something else. Not really sure. But we still need to set up an actual loader system, because right now I'm just tossing it manually. Get back here. Toss, toss, toss. Okay. There we go. Picked up all those. Yeah, and we're already up to about 4 stacks. So, pretty good. It's much better than it was before with just manually loading it. So, yeah. Let's figure out what we can do to completely automate this. I feel I should be getting worried about this single stone missing at the end, because I know I had 4 full stacks this time. I don't know if it's getting caught in a hopper somewhere. I checked all the furnaces. They don't have any extra in there. And the bottom hoppers are all empty because they're all going to the center. Why am I missing 1? Alrighty, I think I see an issue here. This hopper is empty, but once he passes here, we can cross over. This hopper is collecting items and not doing very much with it. So that goes into this guy here. So it looks like the issue is that he's not facing, but he is facing. Okay. I wonder if perhaps it's not configured properly. So let's clear out our inventory here. Just toss you guys down here. Don't need any of that. So if I turn you off, let's not right click with that, please. Break you. Yes, that is set for north. Excuse me. That's not where you go. So let's just reconfigure that. You need to be up. There we go. Okay. So that, I think, is where our missing cobblestone was going. Let's go ahead and place this back together. Cart and a hopper. Hopper plus cart equals hopper cart. Place you back here. Fill you up. Grab all of our clay. Fill you up. Okay, so turn that back on. I wonder if I can get away with swapping out this rail for a powered rail as well. So that gets it 2 on this side, and I want 2 on that side as well. Yeah, that seems to be much better. So let's put 1 over here as well. There we go. And grab the rail. And hopefully a rail didn't go into this one. Let's go find out. Because that furnace, the furnace is on. So, okay. So it's loading the clay, which means it's taking clay. Okay, so that's good. So down here, everything should be sorting through nicely. And I think that was the only real snag in our system, was the unconfigured hopper, or the unconfigured little director. Okay, everything's on. Everything over here is also on. Okay, so that's working now. Yep, I think it's just that there's just one that I must have right-clicked it on accident, and it would have reset it to being north instead of up. So that should hopefully solve all the issues. So one of the issues with this setup is it goes faster than a single hopper. Now, on the bottom, that's fine. We can just have 2 different lines that go into one chest. Cool. But to actually load things into the system is a little bit more difficult, because I can't just do a hopper into a open crate, because it's not going to get picked up, or it's not going to drop it fast enough to be able to be picked up. So we have 2 options. 1, we care. 2, we don't. I'm kind of leaning towards we don't care, because it's only just barely over the speed of a hopper. So basically, I just won't be able to take full advantage of the speed of the system, in exchange for it being a real simple system of open crate goes right here and hopper goes into it. Done. And I'm kind of thinking that might be what I do, because otherwise I'd have to figure out maybe 2 different droppers, 2 different open crates. I could do a double chest into a double chest with 2 hoppers and 2 open crates under it. That would work. So for now, let's take off our magnet ring, just to not mess with everything. And let's try, if I place this here and here, the lever should hopefully not the fact that, although honestly the lever only makes this not be picked up by hopper hawks and such. So that's probably fine. So let's go ahead, take 2 hoppers on top of here. Hopper, hopper. And you know what? We're not going to go on the side. We're going to go, or not going to go on top. We'll go on the side, just to make it not quite as tall as this building, because it doesn't need to be too tall of a building. So this will work. And in theory, that should work. Now to test it, I'll have to pretty much run this at full capacity, which is I don't have enough room for that. So let me kind of clean up a little bit. So I have the basic building here. So again, brick and stone everywhere. My plan is probably have like a little step stool ladder thing to get up here so I can manually load it if I need. But otherwise, we're going to have a basement under here, which is going to be for the logic for individual items. So for instance, stone or clay, bricks, whatever. So each of those I'll have to have some sort of automation, smart logic, to be able to make sure that I only craft when I need it, and I don't need to keep sending in clay if we have more bricks we know what to do with. Alright, let's give this a shot for our little platform there. So let's get some cladding from wisdom wood, and I want a slope from these factory blocks. Now this is rusty scaffold transparent, so when it's placed it looks like this, so you can see through it. It's kind of cool. I don't know what's going to happen if I use it in the architecture craft thing, so let's give it a shot. I only want a couple of these. Ah, so that's what happened. Nothing. Darn. I was really hoping that would work, so I could get a nice little scaffold coming down. If I instead go with, maybe it's because it's transparent. So, is there any scaffold that's not transparent? Not really. Let's just try, here we go. So maybe this will work, because I think maybe it can't be transparent. Nope, it just can't be that block at all. Okay. So instead, we're going to go with the platform mod with dark oak and regular stone. I think should work. It's not quite the same, but close enough. So let's go over there and place it in. And I think this will be what I want. I'm not sure. Let's actually fly, please. Fine, we'll just walk. Anyway, let's go ahead, and I want you... That's not where I want you. Is there a way to turn this thing? I suppose there probably is. So if we do, let's see, at platform, there is a monkey wrench. Displays placement guide. Perform placement guide shown, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's probably what I want. You are iron and red. Okay. Alternately, I can, of course, just place it. So that works. Break out these. And do I want it to have a little landing and then turn this direction? I think so. So let's break these. And instead, patch up our wall. Thank you. Instead, we want to have a level here. So for now, let's do something like that. And let's see. Click here. Shift click here. No. That'll work. Okay. And then bottom 2 right here. Click and click. Okay, so then let's break out this, and we're going to replace that with another platform. That way we have a nice little walkway, looks nice and industrial. I'll have the same platform material up top here, and perhaps a railing as well. Safety first. Alrighty, and platforms can go... Nope, not there. I need to have a couple extra layers for that, so let's see. If I click you... Oh, is it not going to let me place it? That'll work, okay. So right there, and then shift click, and shift click. Okay, so that should work, and then 2 more railings here and here. There we go, that looks quite nice. I still need a couple more of the frames here. In fact, I might be able to just get away with doing it like this. There. Cool. And then for the floor, I might as well use the dark oak as well. That way it kind of ties everything together. Although it could work with it being the stairs are oak. I don't know. Oh, I want a platform up top here as well. So let's do, I guess, click. No. click on this side. Yeah, click on this side to get the railing there. And then click in the middle. Something with shift click as well. I don't know. Why don't you line up? There we go. And railing can go here and here. Awesome. That looks nice. But something's missing. If you'll notice, we lost our friend. That is an issue with hopper carts. I am not entirely sure where he went. For all I know, he could be loaded inside of a furnace. Might need to redesign that. Alrighty, well, it's not in any of the furnaces, not in any of the hoppers, not in the output chest. It's just gone. So, kind of is telling me unreliable. That being the case, I guess we're going to have to go with the vanilla distributor design. I'm not sure how that'll work with having a space between here. So let me look into some research here of how I can set this up. And while taking things apart, I think I found him. I'm not sure why it's in that block. If I place this back, and at this point the rail did go in here, okay. So let's put that there. If I place you back, it doesn't suddenly realize it's there, okay. No. That's not where you go. Go that way. Okay, either way, not the most reliable thing, so let's not use it at all. Well, okay. So here's a big mess of hoppers, and I don't like it. One, I just don't like how it looks. Two, it doesn't work. So this is an adapted version of Ilmango's regular vanilla furnace design. Basically, the way it works is items will go through the hoppers here. They reach the end, which will then, once there's an item in the last one here, it will pulse through there. So the comparator will detect that there's an item there, which will then turn off this redstone torch. Now that redstone torch will then make it so that when it's on, it's locking all these hoppers, or locking all the bottom hoppers rather. And when it flips off for a second, it allows the bottom hoppers to pull from the top hoppers. Sounds all good, except the problem is this design has gaps. So there's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And that's an issue because basically it ends up not distributing it properly. So it fills all of the top ones and then it pulls these two, these two, these two, and these two. So this one's empty, or this one still has an item, this has an item, and this has an item. And then those take along two more hoppers, detects it again, and so this last one then gets an item because it's the one that had it. And see, this one here goes 1, 2, 3, doesn't do anything, comes over here, drops down one as well. Actually doesn't get pulled, he stays up there because that bottom one's locked at that point. Basically it just doesn't distribute it properly. This guy here has half a stack still. These ones, he's got 4 in it, you've got 4 in it. You never got one at all. You got occasional ones, and this one was also always empty. Yeah, that didn't work. So I'm thinking I can just always brute force this. So splitting conveyor belt says items come in from one side and go to two sides. So just 1 to 2. And then from there, that gets me 2 furnaces. So I'll just have to split it that many more times to get me to 8 sets. I'm not happy with that. It's going to be a big mess of conveyor belts, but it should work. Alrighty, so what do we got going on? So I'm trying to figure out how I can set up these to be fairly even distribution and not take up too much space. So let's break you. So I've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outputs. And currently there's still 4 inputs, so let's lower that. So we want one here and here. And if we do, not sure why you're not moving. There we go. Thank you. So you, no, that's not where I want it. I want this to go instead here and here. So that way these guys can go into that splitter. You can go into this splitter. This one's going to take one here and then turn. There we go. So this is working now. Yeah, brute force. And last but not least, we need one more splitter. So that's just 3 conveyor belts and an iron ingot. Iron ingot, thank you. Okay, and take you back. Okay, and last splitter can go, I guess, right here. So one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, there, and there. Okay, so in theory, if I take a stack of just 24 should work. Toss you on. Magnet is off. So that's interesting. I was hoping it'd split the stacks. Okay. So instead, let's grab ourselves a hopper. And try it again. I think I put all my hoppers in here. So, okay, Mr. Hopper, you should instead make it so that it's loading individuals. Okay. There we go. I should have put chests at the end of each of this. So it seems to be splitting it. Except for things that are joining together. It at least looks like it worked. Let's put chests and be able to see at the end. There has got to be a better way of doing round robin distribution. So I threw 2 stacks of bricks in here and it's almost done. So in theory, at the end of the line here, everything should have half a stack. Right? Math. Core stack, 16. 16 you, so far so good. 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. That works, but this is annoying. And another thing that's an issue is I don't really want to move too much because with the setup that I had over there with the conveyor belts, that would actually require me to shift all of these front furnaces over by 1 to this side. Which doesn't seem like much, but this right here is already at the range maximum of our little exoflame here. So I don't want to go any further because then he won't get powered. And I'd have to use multiple exoflames. So, another option is up top here I put some slabs. And my plan is basically if I take the Il Mango design and instead of having it go directly into the furnaces, I have the actual sorting area back here, and then the outputs of that will go into the front here. So then I can kind of route it a little bit differently so there isn't technically a gap missing here. And so I'm going to try that, and I'm going to see how that works out. Well, I kept running into issues with the Il Mango design, mostly because I didn't understand how it worked. And for the record, I don't like this. This should work. So let me go ahead and put extra hoppers in here. So I lifted the whole thing up and tried to compress it down a little bit. I also don't really like because this is across chunk boundaries. I do have both chunks loaded, but that's still just an extra hassle. I wonder if I actually need to have another layer of hoppers there. In theory, I don't need the hoppers at all. They'll just pop off, but you never know. So let's see. I don't have anything to smelt. So let's go down here. Let's grab a whole bunch of clay and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Not a whole bunch, but we got 2 stacks of clay. Toss you in. And now we watch. So in theory, everything should kick on here. Probably not the same time, but for the most part, at least everything is getting something to cook. Except for you, apparently. Or are you not? Nope. Didn't mean to pick that one up. This should be working. I'm not sure why it's not. Let's throw a bunch of slabs around here as well so I can walk around. Let me watch this for a little bit and I'll see if it works or not. Well, by the time I'm done testing this whole thing, I'm going to have plenty of bricks. Do I have any clay down here ready to go? 1 stack. Okay. So, I rearranged it just a little bit, kind of minor actually. What I did was I tilted these ones down, so it'll actually go directly into the hopper. Previously, it was basically falling into the hopper instead of being loaded into it. Now I'm hoping that this still counts as lining up here. If not, I guess I can manipulate a few things to make that work anyway. Let's go ahead and throw stack of clay in and watch it go. So in theory, should be able to watch this. So 1 is good, 4 is good. I think... hello there. That is not set up properly. That is probably my issue. You need to go this direction. And I need one more. Okay. So that was my issue. Cool. Where did my extra conveyor belts go? Alrighty, I think I finally have everything in. Shouldn't be any parts missing. Everything should be loading where it's supposed to. If we go down below here, we've got 4 going here and 4 going here. And if I look, they should be roughly the same. One about in each of them. They do smelt faster than the hopper is able to load it, which was an issue that we knew about. I suppose I could try again the 2 hoppers and a double chest. We'll see if that works. Might as well. For now, this is working. Again, I'm really not happy with this. I don't like having all the entities moving around. I mean, it looks kind of cool from an industrial standpoint, but yeah, there's got to be a better way of sorting in this pack. Now, again, this is a custom pack, so I can make it have whatever I want. But really, for pipes, I don't have a whole lot. I've got pipes from Embers, which are fairly unreliable. Let's see, Magneticraft I think might have some sort of movement system. I haven't looked into that one. Other than that, I mean, golems, but I don't think they can do round robin sorting. There's not a whole lot of options. Got all the automation done, and now I'm working on the actual looks of the building. So, as per everything else, I've got bricks and cobblestone, and regular smooth stone, of course, as well. From the front, this is what I've got so far. If one can see, I think I'm at a spot where I'm happy. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to put windows in. I guess I could put 2 window panes here, so it looks like they've got the windows mostly open. We'll take a look at that. Otherwise, I need to figure out the sides here. I like how the front goes back one, but if I do that up top, then it might run into machinery and I won't be able to walk up these stairs. So I need to figure out if that is what I want to do or not. I guess I can take this side back one. So this one I can move back. So let's get rid of these. There we go. And I think I was just using cobblestone on this. So use circular with connected textures and along the bottom here. There we go. And then bricks on top of that. So right here. Yeah, so like I said, just kind of working away at building here, and I'll come back in a little bit once I've got a little bit more to show. Okay, so the top is pushed in, at least on this side and this side, and I've kind of hidden the fact that it's not quite by just having more dirt covering everything. So it looks like it's kind of built into the side of the mountain, which it really is anyway. Now do I want this here? Or do I want it to be just in the middle? I'm trying to have like a little bit of uniqueness to each building, so I kind of like the cobblestone on this one, with cobblestone walls here. I think I'll try just playing around with this for a little bit. I don't want you to connect. Let's see, do I like that? I think I like that. If I put one there, do I like that still? Maybe. No, too much. How about instead of having that connect, I maybe have a line of it? No, because it's too solid. I do, however, like this. And I think what I can do is if I go and grab, I think I had a smoker that I stole from the nether, although apparently I think those will run out. So I can put some smoke at the top there, have it look like a chimney, which would make sense because it's, you know, big furnaces. So I could do the vanilla thing of a bunch of cobwebs as well, but I don't think I have enough of those. So for now, I'm just going to leave it without any smoke coming out, but the general idea is that it's chimney. Do I have any more bricks on me? Let's go grab some more bricks. And I think just one more layer at the top here, and then put a roof on it, and we should be set. And while we're smelting up all of our cactus for the Midori, let's go ahead and put 2 here and see if this improves things a little bit. Maybe. Hard to tell. It does go through here faster. Either way, I'm still going to be limited. Well, actually, I won't be limited by the hoppers down here because I've already got split. So it should work. Maybe. Either way, let's go ahead, craft this into some Midori blocks, and get building. Shift click, thank you. Recipe, click. Come on, there we go, okay. So it took a little bit to actually craft there, but whatever. Let's go ahead and turn you into slabs. Lots of them. And another set of those as well. I think once we get a lot of the buildings over here covered in green, I think it'll really start looking nice. You need to go in there. And let's hop up here. A little bit too high of a hop there. But we are almost done with the top part, so I'm liking how it's looking. So I hope you guys like it as well, but let's level off the top here. And the very last block right there. And let's go ahead and hop over here, take a look. From here, the roof, I wanted it to be a shallower roof, but still somewhat rounded here. So I like that so far. Let's hop down here. And one thing is, it is going to be kind of claustrophobic as you're walking through here, but that's really kind of the feel that I wanted. I want it to be a busy city, lots of stuff going on, lots of things, but also a nice advantage of it being this close is whenever I feel like celebrating anything, I can always string those fairy lights from one building to the next, have them go back and forth with banners, and have it feel like a really busy city by everything being so close. And then again, I'll have another building here of some sort, and something over here, probably from about here-ish over to the bridge, and maybe another one over there. I want lots of stuff. I want to have, when you're in the city, it's hard to see where everything is because there's just buildings everywhere. Lots of stuff going on. But with that, this project's done. It's working really well. Oh, it's actually not quite done. I still need to patch off the floor here. Like I was saying, this project's done. I've got the floor all filled up. I've got the walls in place. I've got a roof. I've got everything I need. I do like this. I like that pattern. I do still need to work on a basement on here. So currently there's no way to get down. There isn't actually a down to go to. I'm thinking I'm going to have something similar to these stairs, only going down probably here-ish or so, maybe out one. Yeah, I'm gonna play with it a little bit, but roughly that's the idea of where it'll be. That way you can go downstairs, and then down below will be where all the automation is in order to actually start filtering items. Everything in here is current. There we go. Knew there'd be something in there. Everything up here is still manually loaded, but it's not too difficult. Just come up here, shift click in, and it'll start sorting out. One nice thing with conveyor belts is they apparently do ignore my magnet ring, so as long as there's items on the conveyor belts, they won't get picked up by my ring, which is awesome. But yeah, we have a nice array. Furnaces are definitely something that I've been needing to have automated for quite a while now. The bricks need smelting, the smooth stone needs smelting, glass needs smelting, Midori blocks for roofs need smelting. Just about everything needs some sort of smelting somewhere, especially glass. I used a lot of glass in over there in the greenhouse, which that took quite a while. So now that I have it nicely automated to have super fast furnaces here with the 4 bellows, I decided to go with 4 instead of 5. Just because, like you saw, there was that slate that was stuck in here. Every so often I come around here and I check to see which ones are not going, and it usually turns out it's, oh, I dropped something in it. So there we go. Yeah, so they're all getting loaded, they're all working. Next up, I need to figure out the corporea for the automation for all of this. But that is something for another day. This is getting to be kind of a long episode. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you. Bye-bye.